Sana Adonai Sani the Hulai Grohna Ravala Rakana Nanyana. Lord jeremiel. I'm sorry, Atuna Narhana to Hurala Kudara Hesam to Shuna to Halai Gurara Hana. Amen. I'm speaking with Jeremiel, which is you call the consulting because he become only this women because of what you were been calling us, you've been calling us names, so we become what we are because in the beginning we were the word of life, word of life sent to the world to carry out the missions that was given to us, which also a symbol of the virgins, work in the dark, work in the dark, which is also symbol of Moses who comes to me in the dark to speak, which is because why we choose the dark women, we don't like your heat, we don't like your heat because your heat makes us age. It gives us age, women. You age through your heat, the sun, the rays, you age through that. When you say you age, it's also sick, Women, in the beginning, why we sent him down here. Do you know that he is Gabul's second-hand right? You call the second-hand right, meaning a brother of a second. It's like in your world, you have aunt, you have uncle. He is a brother through by his uncle or aunt. We don't call anything like cousins, we call ourselves brothers, jeremiel is a child, women. Jeremiel is a child. He was sent to the world to give repentance to every humanity, which is in your book. It's he's very sacred, women. Very, very, very sacred. You know why? The Casper women. We are this to carry out the mission in the world. We are like this. We flow out like a ghost. He's a child of the heart women. Before, when he was, I would say, when he went, because he was just. The story was all men, and I was the first payments. Until mom. Which is, I was their venom those times. When you say venoms, women, I am the very stubborn one. I'm the very mad, the nut, the nut lady. Why, women? I was their, we'll say, when they go to the battle, I keep their holy. I keep their holy. And with that, when the time that on Mayasha, I was laid in the covenant inside it. It's like I said in the other record, it's like a crystal clear. In Shadow Hunter, how they make Jonathan. I was inside it, women. I was inside it. It was the time of my, you call the church, which is you call Jesus. And when my abode came out, when my reel came out from it, it was my 10 virgin, which I used because it was the gain or what I received from the time of my work on earth from the boar. I eat it all and I went to heaven, bring some which they hate they hate, why? Because it was world. It was world made and it wasn't authentic like this. It wasn't authentic, but I keep it. Unknowingly, I was living or giving life to everything, because it's like this. When I touch something, it becomes holy. Because in this flesh of mine, women, I was I wasn't I will say like I did not grow into loving of the earthly things. You know, I Jeremiel woman is a very good man. You know, you are being tested on earth because we were extracting your lines of who can defeat that wickedness within yourselves. You know, he's the one who taught me how to project. You know, so I kept saying about astral project. It's still not time because we are still processing something. You know, everything has time and procedures. We don't act just like rascals. You know, humans, rascals. We get nuts because we are here and there and everywhere. You know, so jeremiel is the son of the fifth angel, the fifth angel, who has the spirit of her mom, which is you call the Lahiya. You know, Lahiya. I knew when you want to understand all this I was saying because you have not heard all these stories before time, which is stated in your book, who have not conceived anything, which is what I also said, I've come to bear witness. You know, jeremiel is your spirit of your wickedness inside you that you must defeat. You know, human, because it is you that you are being extracted to become good. Because in the beginning there were giant in the world. Giant, which is they are the monstrous angels. You know, monstrous angels which they just give birth and give birth and give birth through by women. Just you just have no idea how the world started in the beginning. You know, monstrous because over through times their transgressions into one another as a child of God. Um, uh, I don't do all this work before women. It's all for my ayas. It's all for my ayas because I was their first and the other one, my flame. It's I become hala since the time that when you've been calling us names already, you've been calling us names as a word or a spirit into earth, we become what you calls us. You know, we become what you calls us. This is why you have to learn to respect other beings you cannot see because every time you call them names, you judge them. You bears false witness against the unseen. It's like saying that you have a sheet and then you cannot touch your sheet because you don't like it. You know? You got that parable in that woman. Meaning, you spiritually you have already touched it because of what you call my ayahs. What you call my ayahs names. They do what you calls them spiritually, which is have you got that fun sometimes that many things around you you feel like this grows into things because spiritually you are being tested. Spiritually you are being mocked for mocking their names. Why women? Because they are gods. You know, like what you call Satan when you are the Satan. You keep saying be gone Satan. Indeed, he is because he did not exist in the beginning. You know, Satan, the name Satan is not existence in the beginning, which is I become Christ for him. You know, I become Christ for him. You understand that, women? We were the angels. I would say we because I become the angel on earth as Raka, as the spirit of my. And the time of my Jesus, when Mary pierced me in the realm, you know, Mary pierced me in the realm, which I said into my old very first records that she pierced me. Actually, she called Rosa Orohan. You know why Orohan means women? It is a symbol of a plastic where the old, the ancient kings pay. they pee into it, and then their maids throw it away, which is that is what you are in the beginning, women. You know, the 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 beans, so we say, the garbage we throw on earth, which becomes dirt, which becomes dirt over time, you know, because it's like this: spirit born in spirit, and flesh are born in flesh. Spirit are born in spirit, and flesh are born in flesh, meaning that we do that in a spirit, and then it just born spiritually. It gives birth to a new life as food stall, as the rocks is comes from the eggs of eggs of quail eggs, which is the when we boil them, and then that's what we eat in by the space, the quail egg, which is we can only eat at least three, because we could not eat much. Why? We are like cus, as a baby that needs to be born into a new us, like a petal that revert into another thing. Still, So, women, Jeremiel is a very good. It is his mission on earth to test the human who fell into the world as steroids, which is spiritually was my angels, and in flesh was the steroids of the planet Zakor, you know, and and while it was going down like a slide, it was touches in all realms, which means it was all mixed up in all thing. So makes I wouldn't say realms, because my realms is very clean, women. My realms is very clean. It's like into the land that is like you make like in your slide. Many people sit on it, and there's dirt in it, germs, bacteria, like that, and that is you become. This is why we are sent to the world to defeat this, to test whoever, because it is the word into you that you have to battle, to dwell within. Like when you are tested of something, am I gonna give this or am I not? You are being tested through that which you follow through your heart. Because if you ignore, you feel conscience that that is the people of God, the people of God in human that revert into human, which is just really a human. Why I say that when you lost me, you will decay. Why? Because you are just humans. You are just humans that has not been purged by my Father's spirits. Which is women's angels does not get into, we just Christ. We just Christ. When you see Christ, women, we just carry on. We just because to reverse the word Christ is church, meaning we test this flesh if it is for you to gain this knowledge, or it is you to defeat this, because every angels that sends throughout incarnations has its mission before we became flesh. When I say we become women, because this end I just rise up to my throne, which is it's like this. Those angels that we feel before I gain their knowledge, their name, their, I would say names, the worldly given thing by you, birthed by humans in within. Like you call them, you call me Satan. That is I gain from you, the world. When you call me name, because that is the venom that you are spewing. Remember always, women, every word that comes out through your mouth is a venomous and a curse to someone who receive it that does not have the spirits of God. It just obeys its words, it becomes what he is, what you calls them. You got it, women? That is the meaning of the fallen angels, women. I knew I see this in the other record, which is like I told you, every word is a sword, meaning it is the symbol also of me. I am when I say I'm Bible, which is now I'm reversing it back because I just like I said I just rise to my starship, you know. So every creations that were on earth women has its own task throughout the worlds until it was time to harvest, meaning see who did the best.